Hey friends, as you can see around me, there are still a few things to tackle before the new gardening season hits. So we got a few more carrots to take out, we got some leeks to remove, some brassicas, I might even tackle the strawberries, I don't know, but I'll throw on that GoPro and we'll get her done. We'll also do the rest, or most of the rest of the front landscape as well. We gotta cut back our Snapdragons. They are perennial, not annual, so cut them back instead of yanking them out. I just sprinkled the seed 2 years ago and they just came up wherever they decided to come up. And this is just like grass and a baby's breath and petunias that are just sitting here being brown and ugly. And then something green there, I'm not sure. So I leave it. Gotta be something good. Oh, there's a cicada in there. He was like icky and scary, like ew. Just kidding. Okay, more petunias. And they were so pretty last year. I'm gonna miss them. Dump all this in the compost bin and accidentally dump the trash can in there too. But that's okay, we're about to get it. So here we are getting the citronella. I was about to call it cilantro. And cutting it back. And we'll get this trash can out of here finally. It's been a few days between the front and the backyard. And then come around and deal with this horsetail. So horsetail can be used medicinally, and this year's focus, I want to learn more about medicinal stuff. I actually bought a medicinal seed packet, like variety pack kind of thing, and I'm going to use this area for medicinal stuff, and then like buy a couple books that tell you like this herb can be used in this way, and so this is how you make like the tincture or the salve, or well, just however you can use it. And so the horsetail will be used for that whenever I learn more, but for now it's going to go in the compost. And I'm just getting sidetracked here and cleaning off the pole beans and throwing it in the mulch. They're woody, so I'm putting them in the mulch instead of the compost. And back to the horsetail. So yeah, it's plentiful, it grows fast, and it starts growing early in the season. So when I'm ready to use it, there will be plenty. I did use it in a hair rinse with vinegar, rosemary, calendula, and the horsetail. Let it soak in the vinegar for a few weeks, and then you rinse your hair with it. And so I did use it, I don't know, but I'll try that again. Here's leeks. So I thought the leeks were done. I thought they were gone. Too mushy, I waited too long, but we're actually finding out that they are good to go. There's a little bit of mushy spots towards the top, and the greens are completely brown, so the only part that's usable is the like white main stocky part. And this one's like super stuck, so we'll get it out eventually. It's a tough one though. And if I had harvested these sooner, like in the fall when they still had the green on them, we could have used the green and the white parts and just chop it up, use it like onion, chop it up, stick it in the freezer, cook with it later, that kind of thing. It smells just like onion actually. So we're going to use what we can, what we have left, now that we're finally harvesting it. And I'm about to, go get the hand shovel. I'm resigned to having to dig it out. I was trying to get it with my hands. And here's our baby. Oh, I love my baby girl. She's the best. Get that little piece of cardboard. And now we're going to conquer the last leek. Oh, I forgot. A harvest basket probably be helpful. Hope you enjoyed that. So we are just cutting off the icky parts, mushy, not something we want to use in the kitchen parts, and bringing inside in that compost or the harvest basket, bringing inside the good parts. And this will go in the compost as well. Oh, we got one more there. Just digging through, making sure we got all the good stuff out. In the compost it goes. And next to tackle will be celery right next to the leeks, and they got mushy. I was hoping for a little bit more growth because you can cut them back and then they give you more, but we didn't get any more. So I just need to remember that in the fall time, I can probably just yank them out before they turn mushy and not have to worry about it now. And I'm getting the celery roots here. I'm going to try to use them. And then kale here. I'm just cutting it back instead of yanking it out because it just screws up the landscape staples, and I'm just going to deal with the landscape staples and the hosing and all that in the spring when I top the bed off. I don't want to mess it all up right now and lose my staples. And I'm like, oh, what is this? I think it's like Claytonia. And I'm just Google lensing it, trying to figure it out to make sure. But I think my Claytonia went to seed, and that's what's there now. And that's pretty cool because nothing else, much else can survive in the kind of temperatures we get in the winter. And there's our pretty girl laying there. Ah, she's just so precious. She's like a sack of taters, just laying there. We gotta take care of this structure.
Is that a pretty girl? Is that a pretty girl? All right.
Yeah, she usually ignores me. She'll respond eventually.
Oh yeah, pretty girl? Mama's girl? I love you.
No idea why it takes her so long to respond sometimes. It's just gotta click in her brain, I guess. Oh, Mom's talking to me? So we're disassembling this because I didn't like it. Sometimes things just aren't as great as they seem like they might be, and we're gonna grow something different here. And take all these out. We're not doing brassicas here this year. Those hoops weren't big enough. It didn't work out that well. And disassemble.
Oh.
Everything goes back in the corner here.
What? Where's the lid to this? To blow off and go somewhere? Oh, there's the lid.
The GoPro audio is terrible, so most of this is a voiceover, and you could hear there that I was talking. Oh no, where's the lid? Well, we found it. And look at that sedum. Isn't that cool looking? It's like really different. We planted it, and like it's so vibrant green underneath. It's kind of pretty in its own weird, ugly way. And there's Lukey being nosy, seeing what's going on. We found the lid, and we're going to put it back up there and hope they don't fall again. And now it's time to take care of some chives. I cut the chive back completely, like 2 or 3 times, I think twice, and then stuck the chive pieces in the freezer to use later. And it still just kept growing, kept on growing. And so I definitely have enough chive, more chive than I'll ever need, and I definitely don't have to plant anymore. It's an awesome perennial. It's already starting to grow back in February, which is awesome. Parsley, annual, I'm pretty sure. Savory is an annual, I'm fairly certain. I just cut it back instead of ripping it out, because at that point it's going to take like all the dirt out of there. And the mint spread into the neighboring containers. And fennel, I did not end up doing anything with because I didn't know what to do with it, and I ran out of time to like figure it out, so it's going to go in the compost. And over here is catnip. We have a cat that likes to come get high, so I leave it right there because it can slip in between the fence and chill here behind the green stalk, kind of like a little secluded area. And the voles, I see voles running along the fence line all the time right there, so I'm thinking like if the cat's chilling with the catnip, maybe it'll like help me out with the voles a little bit. And toss the cardboard in there. The wind moved it. And another piece. I should just bring a tote and carry it around with me on this day, but I don't. I make a million trips back and forth between the compost and the area I cleaned up. These are barriers to keep the dogs out. Like, they're obviously not strong enough to keep them out, but they're a visual barrier to like hey, no, you can't go past this point. And they work for the most part until one of them just kind of like bends them a little bit, and then it's like, oh, it's bent. It's no longer blocking me. I can now go on the mulch and poop, because that's my favorite thing to do. So, anywho, that's... I've found several poop piles in the mulch. It's very frustrating. I'm going to grab a kneeling pad here, and we're going to finish up by harvesting some carrots, which is awesome. It's February, and we're harvesting stuff. That's just really cool to me. Leeks and carrots. So I've dug out most of like the pretty decent sized ones already, and I'm just grabbing any ones that seem like worth the effort to peel, like somewhat decent sized. I mean, they're not necessarily decent, but like enough to where like I can get a good grip on it without slicing my finger, and I can peel it a little bit. And they're like baby carrot size. And we're just being careful because there might be a swallowtail pupa hiding in there somewhere, so not doing too much. Oh, there's a hole in that carrot. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza.
Things are looking better. Bed's cleared for the most part. Those bags are cleared. Those are cleared. This will be. That's all garlic. And that's cleared over there. So basically, the L bed with the cattle panel and the strawberries need to be dealt with. And I'll do that on a different day.
And some slimy wiggly thing caught my eye, and I was like, what's that? Ew, it's covered in dirt. So I decide I'm going to see what it is for some reason. So I bring it in, rinse it off, and I show you what it is.
Have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. And feel free to like and subscribe. And bye for now. Yeah, pretty sure that slimy thingy is a slug. Yeah, it's moving around.
I grabbed the rest of the carrots, and probably one of the biggest ones I've gotten. Actually, the biggest ones in this haul are all the red ones, which are dragon carrots. Yeah, pretty good size. And here's the carrots. And the leeks. I thought these were a lost cause, that they were gone, but nope, they're good.